What's up, guys? It's Gardy B with the Jenkins Jonez show. As always, I'm here with my good internet buddies, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
What's up, guys?
LeJethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas? And if you fuck with us, you want to see more of our content, please jump on YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
And then there's Russ. And I don't know that I've ever physically reacted to a moment in a sporting event that wasn't an injury the way I reacted to hearing the Staples Center crowd beg that man not to shoot a three-pointer last night. That shit hit me in my heart, bro. I have a job that pays 444 millionth as much as Russ's, where I have my job over other jobs because I love being in and giving back to my community. And I'm trying to picture showing up to work and hearing 20,000 members of my community scream, "No!"
Of my community.
Well, like, imagine you're on the sideline of a poly football game and you pull your camera out and it was like, "No!" Right? Like, that would be like the equivalent of this.
I'm out of there, bro. The land is real cheap in Indiana or wherever. You'll never hear from me again.
That's so wild. And the thing is, of course, you can't tell Russ shit. Of course, he let that motherfucker fly. And I think the crowd playing into booing him, pleading with him, definitely played a part of that. But I think that's where we're at with Russ right now, man. I think everyone's kind of giving up on him. I think even if you love Russ, you know what I'm saying? You're
we
bro,
do. You and I were
do.
at the top of the list of people who were like, they'll figure this out. Russ is the best.
Yes. I think even if you love Russ, if like we do, I think you're at he needs a reduced role until he figures shit out. And he might not ever figure shit out. And it might be done for Russ. And it's so weird because I think we thought that the Russ decline was going to be him, losing that fucking super athleticism he has. And that's not the case. The motherfucker just can't play basketball anymore, bro. I don't know how to put it any more simple than that.
Some of the lack of ability to finish at the rim is like starting to go. I mean, I think some of that's happening, but you're absolutely right. I think the thing is he needs what AD just had. He needs the mid-season, off-season to take him, and I think that some of that's Braun. John is shaking his head because he thinks it's an unfixable problem. But AD looked terrible before he went out too in stretches. And Braun gave him the take your time, get in the gym, get your body right again, and come back. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to hit the reset button in the middle of the season. I think Braun wanted Russ in part so that he would have the ability to do that when he needed to. And Russ has obviously not been the guy who could give that to him, which is why the Lakers are probably going to be in a play-in game. But I think Russ needs that. I mean, I think he needs that couple weeks away, man. Like, go be with your family, get your body right, get your mind right, come back, have a big first game back. And, the Lakers fans will put that shit behind him quickly if he turns it around.
Russ's game was completely predicated on him being bigger and stronger and more athletic than everybody his entire career. He could move anything to do what the fuck he wanted to do. He never had to learn how to really play basketball. He could do whatever the fuck he wanted to. Now he has to play basketball and he doesn't know how. He's fucking 50% in layups this year. We ain't talking, he was 60% with dunks. 50% because he has no touch. He's never had to fucking lay the ball up when you're looking down into the fucking rim every time you're in the air. You know what I mean? I mean, all the triple-double shit, I get all of that, but he could literally move motherfuckers out the way. You couldn't stay in front of him. You know what I mean? When he got to the rim, he was stronger than you. He rocking a baby on these little point guards and shit. Now, back then, he can't do that shit anymore. He doesn't have that anymore. He lost his fucking superpower. Now he's fucking me out there trying to play NBA basketball. You know what I mean? And he doesn't know how to play the game. And it's blatantly obvious, bro. And I hate to see that they booed his ass. But what was wild to me was I said in the group chat was
booing him would have been better.
I mean,
it was the reaction like they saw Freddy Krueger step into the door frame.
They couldn't even control it. Them niggas is stressed in the fucking stands, nigga. No, it was a panicky ass no.
Right?
Like, nigga, please. They were pleading with them. They weren't being disrespectful. They were asking Russ not to shoot, my nigga. Please. We've seen enough this year. You know what I mean? But that's what's going on with Russ. He never had to learn how to play basketball because he was super athletic. He was a superhuman. And he lost his superpower, and now he has to just play off the game. It was like Mike when the shoes stopped working. You feel me?
Well, Braun needs to send him to wherever Braun goes. You know what I mean? we need the superpowers back, bro.
AD left, thought about it, came back, and got his mind right because it wasn't his body in particular.
No, I do think he was.
You know what I mean?
We talked about. I do think he had bulked up to try and be like a more dominant center, and I think that he took some of that off.
But I'm saying he still had it.
Yeah,
Russ doesn't have what Russ had to make him Russ. You know what I mean?
All right, moving on. Let's talk about.
and we talked about that too. After next year, who's gonna pick that man up? This might be his last 2 years in the league. Maybe. Could very well be. I hate to say it. I love Russ. You know what I mean?
Look, we all know that Presti is in full tank mode, and I think a welcoming back of Russ, that kind of aligns with everyone there. So I think if OKC passes on him, he's for sure done. But I think Presti is in tank mode, and if Russ will definitely help you tank from what we've seen this season. So
Russ
he might
is getting
go back
paid
to
$44 million this year. What are they going to pay that man to be him now?
He got we didn't even talk about the fact he was not on the court in overtime. And Frank Vogel, I'll say this, I mean, very clearly has got whatever green light he needs to make whatever decision he needs to make to win the game. Braun's whole postgame, did you hear Braun's postgame interview? Was about being accountable to the great coaching that they're receiving. You know, that all players need to be accountable to that.
Braun up there, not only, taking a dig at his homework, but he's lying too. Great coaching? What? No. What?
No, he was talking about defensively.
You know what I mean?
He was talking about defensively. He's like, everyone's got to, every player on the roster is accountable. And Frank said, they asked Frank about benching him. He said, I hope the reaction will be that player plays better. It's like, God damn, bro.
God damn, Russ.
That
player
player
now, dude.
That's player.
You're a Steve now, Russ.